Hey everyone, welcome back to Real Easy English, your simple and friendly place to learn English through real-life conversations.
Hi everyone, we are really happy you are here with us today.
Today's topic is a little deep, but also very real.
Yes, today we're talking about something many people feel but don't always say.
Exactly. The question is, are you living your dreams?
That question feels simple but also a little uncomfortable.
Yes, because many people don't know the answer.
Or maybe they know the answer but they don't like it.
That's true.
So today we will talk about dreams, real life, and how people feel about their lives.
And don't worry, this is easy English. Just relax, listen, and enjoy.
Iman, let me ask you first. When you were younger, did you have a dream?
Oh yes, of course. I think everyone had a dream when they were younger.
What was your dream?
I wanted a simple life. I didn't want something very big. I just wanted to feel happy and free.
That's interesting. Not a job, not money, but a feeling.
Yes, because when you're young, your dreams are very honest.
I agree. When we are young, we don't think too much. We just feel what we want.
Exactly. But then life starts to change.
Yes, slowly.
You grow up, you have responsibilities, you start thinking about money, work, family.
And suddenly, your dream becomes quiet.
That's a perfect way to say it.
I think many people don't lose their dreams.
They just stop listening to them.
Yes, that's exactly it.
It's like your dream is still there, but very soft, like a small voice.
And life becomes very loud.
Work is loud, stress is loud, problems are loud.
So that small voice becomes hard to hear.
Let me ask you something, Inaya.
Okay.
Do you think people are happy with their lives?
I think some people are.
And others?
I think many people are not unhappy, but not fully happy.
Yes, like something is missing.
Exactly. Their life looks okay from the outside.
But inside, something feels empty.
Do you know that feeling?
Yes, I think many people know it.
You wake up, you go to work, you come home.
You do the same thing every day.
And nothing is wrong.
But nothing feels exciting.
Yes, life feels normal.
Too normal.
So why does this happen?
Good question.
Why do people stop following their dreams?
I think the biggest reason is fear.
Fear.
Yes, fear of failure.
Fear of losing money.
Fear of what other people will say.
Yes, that one is very strong.
Let's be honest, many people don't follow their dreams because they're scared.
And that's normal.
Yes, it's very human.
Because dreams are not always safe.
Exactly. Dreams are often risky.
So people choose safety.
Yes, they choose a safe job,
A safe life.
a safe routine.
That moment can feel very quiet.
Yes, but also very strong.
It's not loud like a big problem.
No, it's more like a small question in your mind.
But you can't ignore it.
It comes when you are alone,
Or when you are tired.
or when you see someone living a different life.
Yes, that can be very powerful.
Sometimes you see someone doing something they love.
And you think, I want that too.
Or maybe I wanted that before.
That second one hurts more.
Yes, because it reminds you of your past.
The version of you that had clear dreams.
The version of you that believed more.
So what happens next?
Most people do one of two things.
What are they?
They either ignore the feeling,
Or they start thinking about change. Ignoring is easier.
much easier.
You just go back to your routine.
Back to work, back to normal life.
But the feeling doesn't go away.
No, it comes back again.
Maybe not every day.
But often enough.
So what about the second option?
Thinking about change?
Yes.
That's harder, but more interesting.
Why harder?
Because now you have to be honest
Honest about what?
about your life.
That can be uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
You have to ask,
Am I happy?
is this enough for me?
And sometimes the answer is no,
And that's scary.
because now you have a problem.
Before, you were just living.
Now you are thinking.
Thinking changes everything.
Yes, once you see something clearly,
You can't unsee it.
so now comes the difficult part.
Which is,
What do you do with this feeling?
do you change your life?
Or stay the same?
I think this is where many people get stuck.
Yes, they stay in the middle,
Not fully happy.
but not changing either.
Why do people stay stuck?
Because change feels risky.
And staying feels safe.
Even if staying is not perfect,
It is comfortable.
comfort is very powerful.
Yes, people like comfort.
Even if it's not happiness,
That's interesting.
people choose comfort over happiness.
Because happiness feels uncertain.
Exactly.
You don't know if your dream will work.
But you know your current life.
So people think,
Better to stay safe.
but there is a problem.
Yes, a big one.
Comfort can slowly become a trap.
That's a very strong word, but true.
At first, it feels nice.
Easy, relaxed.
But after some time,
It feels boring.
then empty.
Then heavy.
And you start feeling stuck again.
Yes, like you can't move.
So what should people do?
I think the answer is not extreme.
What do you mean?
Some people say,
Follow your dream now.
change everything,
That sounds exciting.
but not realistic for everyone.
Yes, real life is not that simple.
People have responsibilities,
Family,
money,
work,
responsibilities.
so they can't just leave everything.
Exactly. But here is the important idea.
Okay, I'm listening.
You don't need to choose between two extremes.
Which extremes?
1. Follow your dream completely.
2. Forget your dream completely. Ah, so there's a middle way.
Yes, a very important middle way.
What is it?
Stay connected to your dream.
Even if you move slowly?
Yes, especially then,
I like that idea.
because it removes pressure.
You don't have to do everything today.
You just have to not forget.
That feels much kinder.
Yes, and more realistic.
So, how can people stay connected?
Good question.
Give me simple examples.
Okay, if your dream is to write,
You can write a little every day.
if your dream is to speak English well,
You can practice daily.
if your dream is to start something new,
You can learn slowly,
small actions.
but consistent.
Yes, that's the key word.
Consistent.
Because big actions are rare,
But small actions can happen every day.
and over time,
They create real change.
exactly.
But I think there is still one problem.
What is it?
People lose motivation.
Ah, yes.
They start strong.
But then they stop,
Why does that happen?
because results take time.
And people want quick results.
Yes, very quickly.
But dreams don't work like that.
No, they need patience
And effort.
and belief.
That's not easy.
No, but it is possible.
So maybe the real question is not,
Can I follow my dream?
but
Can I stay consistent?
that changes everything.
Yes, completely.
Because consistency feels more possible than big change.
Exactly.
And maybe that's where real progress begins.
Yes, consistency changes everything.
Because it feels small, but it is strong.
Very strong.
But I think many people don't trust small steps.
That's true.
They think, this is too small, it doesn't matter.
But small steps do matter.
Yes, just not immediately.
That's the problem.
People want to see results fast.
But real change is slow.
Very slow sometimes.
Let me give an example.
Okay,
Imagine you want to learn English.
that's perfect for our listeners.
If you study one day, nothing changes.
If you study 1 week, still small change.
But if you study every day for 6 months,
Big difference.
exactly.
So the magic is not in one big action.
It's in many small actions.
I like that.
And this idea works for everything,
Dreams, skills, habits.
even confidence.
Oh, yes, confidence is important.
Very important.
Because many people don't follow their dreams
Not because they can't.
because they don't believe they can.
That's a big truth.
Belief changes everything.
If you don't believe in yourself,
You won't even try.
and if you don't try,
Nothing changes.
so belief is like the starting point.
Yes, but belief is not always easy.
No, especially if you failed before.
Or if people don't support you.
Yes, support is important.
Very important.
If people around you say,
You can't do this.
it becomes harder to believe.
Yes, their words affect you.
So what should people do?
Maybe they need a different environment.
What do you mean?
People who support them.
Ah, positive people.
Yes, people who say, try.
Keep going.
You can improve.
That kind of support is powerful.
Very powerful.
But not everyone has that.
That's true.
So sometimes,
You have to support yourself.
that's not easy.
No, but it's necessary.
You have to become your own motivation.
Your own encouragement.
Tell yourself,
I can learn.
I can improve,
I can try again.
even if it feels difficult.
Yes, especially then.
Because progress is not perfect.
Never.
Some days are good,
Some days are bad.
some days you feel strong.
Some days you feel tired.
That's normal.
Very normal.
But the important thing is,
Don't stop.
even if you move slowly,
Keep moving.
because stopping completely,
That's the real problem.
yes, that's when dreams disappear.
Not when you move slowly.
Exactly.
Aman, I want to ask something important.
Okay.
What if someone doesn't know their dream anymore?
Ah, that's a very real situation.
Yes, many people feel lost.
They don't know what they want.
So what should they do?
I think they should explore.
Explore?
Yes, try different things.
Like what?
Learn new skills.
Try new activities.
Meet new people.
So don't wait for the perfect idea.
No, take action first.
That's interesting.
Because sometimes you don't find your dream by thinking.
You find it by doing. Ah, I like that.
Action creates clarity.
Not thinking?
Thinking helps, but action shows the truth.
So people should try things.
And see how they feel.
If they enjoy it,
Continue.
if not,
Try something else.
that removes pressure.
Yes, no need to be perfect.
Just be curious.
Exactly.
I think many people are afraid to try.
Yes, fear again.
Fear of failure.
Fear of looking stupid.
Fear of wasting time.
But trying is never a waste.
Yes, you always learn something.
Always.
Even if it doesn't work.
You gain experience.
And that helps you grow.
Exactly.
So maybe the goal is not,
To find the perfect dream immediately.
but to keep moving and learning.
Yes, step by step.
That feels much more possible.
Yes, and less stressful.
And maybe that's how people slowly build a life they like.
Yes, step by step.
Not fast, not perfect.
But real.
I think that's the most important idea from today.
Yes, your dream life doesn't need to start with a big change,
It can start with a small decision,
a small action.
a small moment of honesty,
Yes, just being honest with yourself
asking, what do I really want?
and not ignoring the answer,
Even if the answer is unclear.
even if it feels difficult.
You can still move slowly,
And that is enough.
because in the end,
This is your life,
not someone else's.
not society's.
So maybe the goal is not,
To be perfect,
but to be real,
to feel connected to your life.
even in small ways.
Yes, especially in small ways.
And with that, let's slow things down a little.
Yes, now it's time for our word tour.
Let's begin with a very important word from today.
Dream.
A dream is something you really want in your life.
It can be a job, a lifestyle, or a feeling.
For example,
My dream is to live a peaceful life.
Repeat. Dream.
Dream.
Next word, fear.
Fear is a feeling when you are scared of something.
For example, fear stopped him from trying something new.
Repeat. Fear.
Fear.
Next word, comfortable.
Comfortable means feeling safe and relaxed.
For example, she stayed in her comfortable life.
Repeat. Comfortable.
Comfortable.
Next word, change.
Change means to make something different.
For example, he wants to change his life.
Repeat. Change.
Change.
Next word, consistent.
Consistent means doing something regularly.
For example, she is consistent with her practice.
Repeat. Consistent.
Consistent.
Next word, confidence.
Confidence means believing in yourself.
For example, he speaks with confidence.
Repeat. Confidence.
Confidence.
Next word, explore.
Explore means to try new things and discover.
For example, she wants to explore new opportunities.
Repeat. Explore.
Explore. And finally, a very important phrase.
Give up.
Give up means to stop trying.
For example, don't give up on your dreams.
Repeat. Give up.
Give up.
And those were today's words.
Simple but very powerful.
So today we talked about dreams,
Fear
small steps,
and real life.
and maybe the most important idea is this.
You don't have to change everything today.
But you also don't have to forget your dream,
Yes, just stay connected,
even a little.
even slowly.
Because one day,
Those small steps can become something big.
before we go, we want to hear from you.
Yes, tell us in the comments, are you living your dream life?
Or are you still trying to find it?
You can write a short answer or share your story.
We always love reading your comments.
And you are not alone in this journey.
If you enjoyed this episode,
Please like the video
subscribe to the channel.
and continue learning English with us.
This is Inaya.
And this is Iman.
See you in the next episode.
Your English journey doesn't stop here.
Click on the next video and keep learning step by step.